Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are back for another motovlog here on the Indian Scout. Cruising through South Jersey once again. I gotta get out a little bit more. So I guess for today, I'm gonna talk about why did I start riding? Why do I love motorcycles? Yeah, even when I was a kid, we used to go to the state fair, and you know, there were a couple of motorcycle dealerships there. They would have a little display. Always wanted, you know, a dirt bike or a mini bike. Nah, I was never allowed. Yeah, fast forward to the year 2000 is when I got my first bike. That was a 1980 Kawasaki KZ650. And that thing was a good bike. It was old, carburetors needed to be rebuilt, you know, so, you know, it didn't have a lot of power, wasn't great, but, you know, it was something good to learn on. And amazingly comfortable for, you know, at the time it was a 20-year-old bike. Now it would be a 40-year-old bike. But I decided, you know, I wanted to have something a little bit newer. And went out, got myself a Yamaha V-Star 650. Oh man, I thought I was the coolest, you know, out there. It's like, yeah, check me out, riding this cruiser. Turned out I didn't really like it much. The thing was not comfortable. Couldn't go more than, you know, 30-40 minutes without having to get up because your butt would be so sore. I ended up putting a Mustang seat on it. Still just didn't seem to help. And one day I'm out riding with a couple of friends of mine, and one friend's riding a Honda CBR 600 F4. And we swapped bikes for a little while. I rode that, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really liking this sport bike. You know, it's good stuff. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My phone keeps going off. I got my intercom on, but I'm not sure if you're hearing that or not. Hopefully not. Anywho, so I'm riding his CBR. I like that so much, I ended up trading in the V-Star. Got myself Yamaha YZF 600R. So yeah, you know, I stayed with Yamaha. They're good bikes. Had that for several years. You know, I really liked that bike. Then I started a job that, you know, had me commuting 120 miles every day. And I rarely rode this thing. So sometime around 2008, I want to say 2008, 2009, I sold it, and I pretty much stopped riding for, you know what, almost 10 years. Yeah, probably close to 10 years. And last year, I'm going to say around late April, May, I really got the itch to go riding again. Love this. This is factory exhaust, and it's not even that loud. I would love to get some pipes on this one of these days. Anywho, so I was starting to get the itch to go riding again. And I started watching videos on YouTube, and I came across, you know, guys like Cycle Cruiser and what was that, Chase on Two Wheels, Dan Dan the Fireman, Yammy Noob, Blockhead, Shade Tree Surgeon. Yeah, I started watching all these guys. And I started watching also, of course, Moto Madness and those kind of channels, Dirt Bike Lunatic. And that only fed the fire. Like, oh man, I really gotta do something. I started checking out Craigslist and found the 2008 YZF, no, FZ6. It's a 2008 FZ6. It's kind of a naked sport bike, like the predecessor to the MT-09 and the MT-07. And started riding that last summer. And I don't know, maybe it's just age, because I'm getting older now. No, 47. Last time I was riding, I was in my 30s, you know. And just felt cramped. You know, I'd go riding for the day. And I'm not the kind of guy that just likes to go out and, you know, ride for an hour and sit at the bar for a few hours. When I go riding, I generally ride alone. And I'll go ride the whole afternoon. Usually at least a tank and a half's worth of gas. So I'm trying to do that on the FZ6. I'd come home and I'd need a whole day to recover because I'd just be so, you know, stiff and sore from, you know, being on the bike all day. Started thinking, yeah, let's go back to looking at cruisers. And I was looking at Kawasaki, the Vulcan 650. Also looking at the Vulcan 900 custom. Looked at the Sportster and the Softail line of Harley. And I came across this Scout. You know, like I said in the other video, 2018, you know, it only had about 4,000 miles on it at the time. Got a little over 6,000 on it now, so I've had it less than a year and almost put 2,000 miles on it. So I don't know where I was. Just talking about that Yamaha. Looking into this Scout. Yeah, I got 2,000 miles on this Scout, and I like it. Definitely feel the need for maybe a touring model. No, I like this new Challenger they got out, but I also like the bikes without the fairings, like this one. Like, you know, they got the Springfield Dark Horse from Indian. That's an awesome looking bike. Harley's got the Road King Special. That one is on the radar, and they're both pretty much about the same price. I definitely want a bagger. Like to be able to do some bigger trips instead of just, you know, cruising around pretty much the neighborhood here. So right now we are in, this is Springfield Township still. It's Burlington County, New Jersey. There's like two or different Springfields in New Jersey, and it's like 5 different Washington townships. It's kind of crazy. Looks like there might be some smoke off there in the distance. We're not far from McGuire Air Force Base. Well, it's actually Joint Base McGuire Dix Lakehurst now. But sometimes they set things on fire out there in the ranges. You probably can't see it on the video, but there is some smoke out there. I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. See you guys on the next one. And until then, everybody stay safe. Get out there and ride. And if you would, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We're going to try and crank out a few videos here in the next week or so. So, until next time, we'll see you.